Want to get a sneak peek into your own future? We just got back from CES 2026, and we're about to show you the drones, the glasses, and the robots that are literally going to define the world you live in. You're not going to want to miss this. Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Clarissa from AI Show, and my whole thing is making all this crazy tech feel super easy and, exciting.
And I'm your guest expert for today. I'm here to cut through all the noise and tell you what's a real game changer and what's just a flashy gimmick. Together, we're going to break down the absolute coolest tech from CES 2026.
Okay, let's just dive right in. First up, we're talking about the gadgets that aren't just some far-off concepts. This is the tech that could start impacting your life, like right now. First on the list, we've got the anti-gravity A1 drone. And trust me on this is not just another drone. It's a whole new way to capture your world from the sky. So this thing enables a wild concept they're calling fly first, frame later. Just try to picture this. You're basically flying inside a giant 8K bubble. Your only job is to fly the drone because it's capturing everything in every direction. You literally can't miss the perfect shot because you just go back and find it later. And get this, you fly it just by pointing a controller. It's super light, under 250 grams, so you don't even need FAA registration in the US, and it won a Best of Innovation award at CES. Now, it starts at $1,600, but it's one of the few things we're showing you that you can actually go out and buy today. By the way, if you're enjoying this little peek into the future, do us a huge favor, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming up next. Next up is something for all you gamers and movie lovers out there. These are the Xreal 1S AR glasses. You just plug them into pretty much any device, your phone, your Steam Deck, whatever, and bam, you've suddenly got what feels like a massive 500-inch screen floating right in front of your face. But the part that really blew my mind is the new X1 chip inside. It takes any 2D content, a game, a movie, even your computer desktop, and converts it to 3D in real time. So the key difference here is it's not just a big screen, it's a big screen with actual depth. This is a perfect example of that refinement theme we kept seeing, making this kind of tech finally feel, practical. Now, for a piece of tech that could genuinely, seriously change lives. When the person showing us the Strut EV1 called it the Waymo of wheelchairs, my ears definitely perked up. This isn't just about getting around, it's about real autonomy. And you might think this kind of self-driving tech would cost an absolute fortune. But check this out. The pre-order price is just $5,300. I have to be honest, that is way, way cheaper than I expected for something this advanced. And the way it works is with a whole suite of sensors that give it 360-degree awareness. It's basically like a mini self-driving car. It maps the room, and you can just tell it, hey, take me to the kitchen. It'll then just navigate on its own, avoiding furniture, people, even your cat. It's incredible. Okay, so that was all the tech that you can almost touch and feel right now. But let's look a little further ahead at the concepts that are really paving the way for what's next. So this was one of the biggest head-turners at the whole show, no question. The Lenovo Legion Pro is a concept laptop with a rollable screen. Right? It doesn't fold, it doesn't bend. It physically expands on and rolls from the sides. It's wild to see in person. You start out in focus mode with a totally normal 16-inch screen. Then you press a button. It grows to a 21.5-inch tactical mode, and then all the way to a massive 24-inch arena mode. I mean, imagine packing a 16-inch laptop but getting a full 24-inch gaming setup wherever you are. That's the dream, right? This next question was just impossible to ignore at CES this year. The floor was absolutely flooded with eVTOLs. That's a mouthful. It means electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles, or what we all really call them, flying cars. And while true flying cars are still a little ways off, autonomous people movers are already on our streets. The big battle right now is between Google's Waymo and Amazon's Zoox. Waymo is playing the numbers game. They have a massive head start with over 14 million rides already completed. Zoox, on the other hand, is going for a premium, almost futuristic carriage-style experience, and they're launching their paid service this year. It's a classic clash of strategies. Go for mass market scale or go for a high-end luxury ride. All right, let's talk about it. The category that generated the most buzz, the most photos, and honestly, the most debate at CES. Humanoid robots. Are they finally actually ready for prime time? Well, the answer is kinda yes and no. What CES 2026 really proved is that the hardware, the mechanics, the motors, the engineering, is getting seriously impressive. The bottleneck isn't building the body anymore, it's building the brain. The software and the real-world usefulness, that's still a very different story. And we saw both sides of that coin all over the place. On one hand, you had Unitree's G1 robot doing the moonwalk and boxing. But on the other hand, you had LG's robot folding a single towel very, very slowly. And who could forget the Xeroth Jupiter robot that just stopped working and face-planted right onto a journalist? I'm not kidding, that actually happened. But despite all these clumsy moments, do not mistake this for a fad. The money tells a completely different story. Projections are showing the humanoid robot market hitting $370 billion by 2040. That kind of investment, well, it's going to drive progress, and it's going to drive it fast. So we have to ask you, looking at these robots, what's your first gut reaction? Are they cool assistants of the future, or are they just plain creepy? Drop what you think in the comments below. We really want to hear your take on this. So, after seeing flying cars, grow-in laptops, and robots that fall over, what's the big theme here? What did CES 2026 really tell us about where tech is heading? The big theme this year was clearly refinement over revolution. We didn't see one single product that's going to change the entire world overnight. Instead, what we saw were countless existing ideas just getting better, faster, and smarter. It really was a show of iteration, not some brand new invention. So I think the big takeaway is this. While there wasn't that one single must-have device for everybody this year, the individual building blocks are being perfected. The sensors, the AI, the screens, all the little pieces for our connected, automated future are getting polished and ready for whatever comes next. So that leads us to our final question for you. We've shown you the 360 drone, the self-driving wheelchair, the rollable laptop. Which of these do you think will actually be a part of our daily lives in, say, 5 years? Let us know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching.